The last 20 living hostages held by Hamas inside of Gaza are now safely back in Israel. This now marks the end of the longest hostage situation that has taken place in modern Israeli history. If you remember, it was back in October 7, 2023, when the attacks took place, and it was the start of the Israel-Hamas war. Fast forward to today, and Israeli officials have now confirmed that yes, every living hostage has returned back under the U.S. brokered ceasefire deal. In exchange, Israel had to release nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners and detainees, some of which were held since 2023. On top of the 20 that were alive and now exchanged, there were 28 who were unfortunately deceased. And today we know that at least 4 of those bodies will be returned. We don't know the whereabouts of the other 24, though. As this is happening, the situation in Gaza is changing just a little bit. As we know, inside, Hamas has deployed armed fighters and police across several different areas, in which many believe that this could mean Hamas is trying to assert control over certain areas. And there had been reports of some violence, but the violence is not expected to break the ceasefire. It does definitely raise alarm bells saying, hey, we need to keep an eye on this because if things get worse, yeah, it could break the ceasefire. Later on in the day, Donald Trump spoke to the Israeli parliament, which actually gave him a standing ovation, clapping for quite some time, as Donald Trump called this the dawn of a new Middle East. Trump at this very moment is actually on Air Force One as he's headed over to Egypt for another summit, something that he actually invited the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, to, in which the Turkish president kind of threatened to boycott if he came. So he pulled out, but Trump is still on his way. While in the air, he was asked about Hamas fighters returning to the streets, and then he pretty much just said here that that group was acting within the parameters of the ceasefire, and that the U.S. had given them temporary approval to restore while civilians return to what's left of their homes. So, with that all said, tonight, for the first time in 2 years, every living hostage inside of Israel is home with their families. But the ceasefire, while it is continuing at this very moment, it's still fragile because there's still questions about Hamas and its future. And because Gaza itself is completely destroyed, we have to wonder what's next. What is next for the people inside of Gaza? How do they rebuild? How much aid is getting through? Are people getting enough aid? I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on all of this moving forward, so please do share my videos and follow me for more.